perfect.
Previously on Lords of Leisure. Motherfucker! Alright, so we're back. We finally beat
The bad Boba bitch.
Boba Bitch. And what is next? Mos Eisley and Beggar's Canyon. Remember what this is?
Yeah, it's the highway to the danger zone right here.
So we get to ride a speeder bike, and I'm trying to think of how many games, Star Wars games, that let you ride a speeder bike, like actually get to do this.
Shadows of the Empire.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
I know you can do it in the Star Wars Battlefront for like 5 seconds.
Oh,
the new
yeah.
one,
It's like
which
one of
is
the
a
missions, isn't it?
shitty game.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful game, but shitty.
Well, they're already making the sequel.
Well, of course they are, because they never made the first one.
That's what I was telling a friend of ours. He was asking me about it. I'm like, so you want to buy the other half of the game you already bought?
Right. Well, and, yeah, just dumb.
Yeah.
And then, I'm trying to think. What other games do you actually get to ride the speeder bike? I guess you could count Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi. That
true.
was really cool when you get to do that, but
True.
at the time. But yeah, this is. I mean, it's not great, but it's still cool.
I remember being very pissed off.
Look at these
with this.
cinematics, man. And these are swoop bikes, so they're basically the Harley of Star Wars. And this is a gang that's out to get Luke Skywalker. They're going to find him and kill him. Well, I don't know. Try to kill him. Good luck.
Wow, look at those graphics.
So there's a lot of challenge points.
Road rash?
Okay. But I might not try to get all those because it's
Yeah.
going to be hard to just ram these guys off the road. Anyway, suck a little bit here at first. Whoa, wrong way.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Because I got to try to hit these guys and blow them up before they get to Luke. Come on.
So, I started my day off pretty upset today, and I want to tell you why.
Okay.
So last night, Jessica and I, we always do this for some fucking reason. Like a couple days before Christmas, we look at each other and we go, "We gonna open these presents or what?"
What?
So we opened our presents last night. All of our
What?
presents. Yeah, we did.
These
And
are weird.
she got me. We just can't help it. We want to see.
Whoa.
When
Okay.
she got the earrings I gave her, and I saw her face,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh yeah, I fucking love these." Made my night. It was so good.
That's cool.
So she'd got me a 2 terabyte hard drive for my Xbox.
Oh, by the
One.
way, this episode will be aired after Christmas, but right now we're recording before Christmas.
Well, yeah, people with YouTube, I'm sure they know what's up.
Okay.
Anyway,
They'll be able to figure out, what's going on. No problem.
and by the way, those gifts
Wrong way.
were opened before Christmas, so boom, mind blown. But I got the hard drive, right? So I get excited, I plug it in, I go to and start installing all the games I want on my Xbox. Leave it on overnight so I can install everything. Get a message this morning.
You got some games?
Got some games.
What'd you get?
Well, I didn't buy a bunch of games, but just the games I had in my library
Oh.
that I wanted to have ready to roll, because I can only have 7 games installed at once.
Okay, what does that have to do with the Christmas?
So I'm trying to get there. So we opened the presents. Step 1. Step 2, got a hard drive. Step 3, installed games. Step 4, said games installed. Step 5, Comcast sends us an email saying that we've gone over our data usage.
Ugh.
And that
I just started doing that too.
just started, didn't know,
Bullshit.
pissed me the fuck off. So it's, what is it? I think they said
Usage
$10.
for Xbox Live?
Yeah, $10. If you go over your data, it's $10 for every terabyte you go over or gigabyte you go over. Up to $200. Then they stop hitting you.
That.
Stop hitting you at $200.
Fuck them.
Or you can pay a service of $50 a month extra so that you have unlimited data.
I hope they lose a bunch of people
And
and they have to switch back to this.
In our town, Comcast had a big to-do with another company coming in, and basically made it so they couldn't operate here. So they're just monopolizing this area for their internet service.
Well, there's fiber optics are coming. So
I fucking hope
they're
so.
morons to be doing this,
I cannot wait to ditch Comcast.
Ooh, wow.
If they didn't have the best internet in this area, I would not use it.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's just really... my day started with that on top of some other things. And let's just say, JT, not a happy day for me.
Well, boy, first world problems there. Didn't get your fucking games.
You know, listen, I understand there's people starving and homeless and stuff, and I care about that stuff. But when you're used to something and it changes, it's still an issue for you.
It's not that. It's honestly, it's the fact that they're screwing you over, making you pay for something that you shouldn't have to pay for.
Right.
You're already paying out the ass to get internet anyway.
Tons, yeah.
And they're like, oh, you only get a certain amount of internet. And
it's like their fucking
bullshit.
cell phone service. You know what I do when I have a cell phone service that tries to pull shit like that? I go to a different cell phone service. The only problem is Comcast is bullying all these other companies out of town.
So it's a little different, but I don't know if anybody else saw the video on YouTube of the geniuses that were putting cable in for Comcast on a snowy road.
Yeah. Yes,
and there were just cars coming up over this hill, and they couldn't see them, and they were just sliding into the ditch, hitting each other, wrecking. The guys talking to the Comcast guys, going, "You need to move your truck or put more cones out or something." And he's like, "No, my problem.
Yeah,
good job to do." I mean, he watched a truck slam into a car and go into a person's yard, and he just didn't care.
And he's like, "We only need one cone per 10
and it's
mile an hour."
Yeah, that's normal for a normal day,
right?
Not a snowy day where you got people who are, probably driving a little too fast in the snow,
right?
But that doesn't change the fact that they're going to get in an accident,
and they're coming over a hill on top of that. So on the way down, you're like, "Oh shit!" Now I got to slam on my brakes.
Just ridiculous.
Well, the part that pissed me off the most is the second guy shows up, and the guy's like, "Hey, you guys are causing," and he cuts him out and goes, "We don't cause anything." He's like, and then he gets
that car up there that caused it. And I'm like, the one who had to slow down because of your stupid truck.
I really hope that Elon Musk comes out and says, "Here, let me fart and free internet for the world." And it's the fastest internet in the fucking world.
Let me fart and free internet for the world.
And then
poof.
Yeah, please. Come on, Mr. Musk. I know you listen. You're a big fan.
So one of our workmates and friends was talking about his. Oh wow, that was easier than I thought it was. Got the last guy. So now I just got to get to Luke.
Sweet.
Was talking about driving on the way here, or on the way to work, and the guy in front of him sitting in the left lane on autopilot, like the car is driving itself.
Oh wow.
For real. One of those, oh god, no. Are you serious?
Right at the end?
That's super annoying.
Okay, everybody's dead. That's fine.
But, yeah, auto-driving cars, what do you think about that? Right at the end.
Well, the thing for me is the video I saw today on the TubeUbes was one of those self-driving Uber cars. Oh, you're fine. That they've been trying out. Going through a red light. So I'm not 100%.
I don't like it.
Yet.
I don't like robots on the road. Just everybody's like, oh, they're much safer. Well, like our friend was saying, he's trying to get around this car. It's sitting in the left lane, and it's not getting over because it doesn't care. The car doesn't care that it's in the left lane and there are people behind it.
Right.
You're not supposed to pass on the right, but you have to.
You have to. That's
because this guy's on his phone texting while his car is driving at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's there yet. I think it needs to be tested a lot more, and I think that I'm not interested in it right away.
I really loved the way Luke looked here. It was cool.
Yeah, it looks sexy. I mean, sexy. Oh, I mean...
I want to be on him.
Look at him. Look at the hair. You guys gonna kiss yet or what? Come on. Let's do it. Super windy for Dash. Not
no,
windy. Okay,
windy. That's why I thought it was cool.
Oh, okay.
And he's at Obi-Wan's old place. So now we're gonna go to a ship out here.
Okay.
An Imperial freighter. All right.
You said Imperial Freighter. I thought Imperial Trader. And then the, what's his name? The new Stormtrooper.
What?
He's got like the nightstick. There's like a whole bunch of memes and stuff online.
Oh, yeah, with in episode 7 or whatever.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, not a big fan of
Traitor.
that movie. Traitor, yeah. Because, you know, he remembered him.
Yeah. Well, you know. Did you see Rogue One yet?
Yeah, I went and saw it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I don't think I'm gonna rush out and see it.
It was a solid 7.
Yeah.
So, guys, I wasn't a big fan of episode 7. I didn't like it. Okay, so let me make myself clear.
Yeah, let me know why.
I liked the characters a lot in the movie, and I liked the actors that portrayed them. I thought they did a great job. I thought the movie was a shit storm as far as just a rehash of...
Totally felt like you'd watched it before.
It's just episode 4 all over again.
Yeah.
And it's not... It was just too safe. It wasn't a new story. And but I like the new characters. I hope they go a totally different direction with the next one and have some actual new storytelling bits. That would be nice.
I'm sure they will. Just laying the groundwork. I don't know.
And that'd be fine. But I'm not going to get into like details because if you haven't seen the movie, I don't like spoilers. But I went and saw Rogue One, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I wasn't like, wow, this is the greatest Star Wars movie of all time. It felt like a fan film with a big budget.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. I'm saying that basically like there's a lot of people that can make some cool fan films. If they had a big budget, they'd even be cooler, you know?
Right.
So I
Well, it's
think
like that fan film, The Fallout, they did on YouTube.
I never watched that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty damn good.
It was for Fallout?
Yeah, it was like a Fallout.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I think we watched a little bit at work.
Seeing something about that, but I was never a big fan of Fallout in the first place.
Well, how dare you? How fucking dare you?
I like Skyrim.
Good. Good.
Good. Oh boy, these
Scrolls.
elevators! I can never.
Elder
Yep.
Scrolls
Guess what?
RPG.
The wrong way, and then
Always.
Ugh.
It's my favorite thing in video
Dang it.
games. Always the opposite side. And then the one time you get prepared for that, it's always on the right side.
Come on. Aim.
You must be
Aim. I think there's life up there though.
must be one of those clones left over. He's got that boba blood.
Look at
in
him looking up right there. Oh, I'm gonna get this. What is he looking at?
I don't know.
What, clones?
Mm-hmm. Got some of that boba blood in him
Yeah.
because he wasn't targeting.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Alright. Watch this little move. Oh!
What? Blown. Mind blown.
Oh, these guys.
So what do you-
R27.
R27. No. What do you think about Star Wars taking the route they're going? I guess they're gonna after the last two, with the whole lineage of the Skywalkers and everything. They're just gonna start doing movies in the universe of Star Wars. What do you think about that?
I think that, well, they're gonna do
They're gonna do the last
probably a new
two.
trilogy, right?
Well, they're gonna do 7, 8, and 9. Well, they already
Yeah.
did 7. They're gonna do 8 and 9.
I think the next one's gonna be a Han Solo movie, right?
Yeah, but they were talking about how they're gonna 7 or 8 and 9 are gonna be the last like official like that story of Star Wars,
That makes sense.
and that they're just gonna kind of go into the Star Wars universe. from
Well,
here
that's
on out.
fine. They should have already basically done that, and had some new characters. I think that honestly, I really feel like the story of Luke and Leia and Han and all that was already over. Like they
Right.
shouldn't have messed with that in the first place.
Right.
It's a cash in. It's like, look, kids, it continues. There's more stuff.
Right, and then the
With
parents
these characters, and it's like
taking their kids, the whole new generation of
Yeah.
Star Wars.
But I think they could have easily had references to those events, but had whole new characters. If you, that's my opinion. But I'm excited to see what they do with the universe. I mean, I've wanted that for years. That's what I've wanted.
Yeah.
And Rogue One is still not what I've wanted. I'm gonna die again.
Holy
Medium
shit.
is a lot harder.
There's a lot of bots.
Yeah, there's this guy over here that was hitting me.
Behind you, too.
Oh, that's not a nice place to put me. I'll tell you that right now.
You got him. You got him.
No, I want original stories and stuff. I always wanted a TV show that would have different... Every episode. Remember Amazing Stories?
No.
Amazing Stories was really cool. Basically, every time you watch it, it was like basically the Twilight Zone, but without the horror aspect.
Okay.
It was usually just more fantastical science fiction tales.
Kind of like Quantum Leap?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
But much more science fiction.
Right.
And the show, I think you could do that with Star Wars. You could have, every time you have a new episode, it would have new characters, different time periods, all kinds of things like that that are just
in the universe.
Yeah, in the universe.
Yeah.
And you could go forward in time, back in time, have characters show up that were that you recognize and whatnot, but you don't have to necessarily... Oh my god, a duck here. Do like stuff that we already know all the time.
Right.
And it would be cool because you could do a lot of the comics and things that people have they've read and whatnot. And you could make them into movies or shows or whatever. But Rogue One's close to that, I guess, because it's kind of like, hey, let's do this story that's not one of the look at that, I turned around that time. That time he was in front of me.
Always.
It was kind of like a fresh new story, but it still ties in with the previous stuff. It's like it's a prequel to Episode 4, and you get to get a little bit of what happens.
Now, does it being a newer filmed movie like mess that up at all? Does it?
No, it feels like Star Wars. It doesn't.
Okay.
It feels like you could watch it and then watch Episode 4, and it would feel right.
Yeah.
I do think I'm not going to get into actual plot points and things, but
fine.
I need to go see it again to make sure. But I think that there are some stuff. There's some stuff that doesn't quite work in the new Rogue One. That just is like, wait a minute.
This doesn't mesh well.
That doesn't make sense. Why would this happen? Because they've already established that this happens, and so that's kind of where we're at with that. But I'm hoping I can watch it again. And I have a rule with science fiction movies that basically I can always make them work. I can take the most ridiculous story and I can figure out a way that it works in science fiction. You go, well, this happens because this guy's a time traveler and he went back. I don't know. I'm not actually trying to explain a real one, but
right. I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like you can make it work in
head.
science fiction,
Yeah.
but it's maybe the first one that doesn't work.
Oh wow, really?
I don't know.
Oh wow.
Oh, they're gonna kill me here.
So many bots.
I should probably switch to a different weapon, but I'm kind of in the middle. Okay, I hit the wrong button.
There you go. There you go.
And, I only have those two.
Oh well, you get them. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's like the older I get, I'm kind of burnt out on a lot of different things.
I know you are. It's
Marvel, Star Wars, like just comic books in general. Star Wars, zombie stuff, like.
That's just. I know it is something to do with age because I'm a little bit like that, but it's.
Yeah, but Star Wars.
It's also just you.
Yeah, Star Wars is dear to you.
You were never that big into this stuff anyway.
No, I've always loved Star Wars and I've loved the universe. I really like the bounty hunters. I really like the sci-fi part of it, but I'm burnt out on the story. I'm burnt out on the characters. I just
Stage please.
I just don't know.
So I think there's a little more to this stage. Why don't we call it here?
Let's call it right
And
here.
we'll come back to it on the next episode.
Cool, sounds good. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.